to a new episode of Proof TV, the Proof Coaching blog with me, Lucy Sheridan, founder and life coach at Proof Coaching. Thanks so much for dropping by. It's great to have you with me today. For today's episode, I'm going to be talking a little bit about the right state and how rituals can help you get in the right state. When you look back at things that have gone really well for you, or even you've observed have gone really well for others, there were probably a number of variables that have come into line up that created a great state for opportunities to happen. And when it comes to actually being in a state, there was a time when you felt energy, when you could see opportunities, when you felt somewhat calm, when you felt like you're being productive or ready to be productive. And that state, whether you want to go for a run or write a presentation or ask someone out on a date or have a difficult conversation, being in the right state is really important. So today I want to talk about getting in the right state and the role that rituals can play in helping you do that so that you can ultimately stimulate the results that you want. So when I say rituals, there'll be some of you out there, like I did at first, thinking about maybe Stonehenge druids and long beards and maybe some sacrifices. And yes, that's one interpretation of a ritual, I guess. But what I'm talking about in this context is rituals that are things that you do or ways of working or thinking that you apply such that you snap yourself into the right state and show yourself that you are about to do some work, whether that's personally or professionally. You're going to show yourself that you're about to generate results. So, for example, a few anecdotes for you. When I was researching this piece, I was looking into different people's rituals or habits that they maybe observe. And for example, I came across that Anna Wintour, who is the editor of American Vogue, she has that amazing bob and that coif blow dried at 6:45 every single morning, come rain or shine. And that sets her up to not only edit American Vogue, but ultimately dominate the whole fashion industry. Another anecdote that I came across was Agatha Christie, the great and legendary crime writer. One of her rituals was having her typewriter on her. However, it was a typewriter that was important. She would happily write on any stable surface. She didn't tie herself to a writing desk so that she didn't limit herself when she had a great idea or wanted to progress one of her stories, one of her books. She, as long as she had a typewriter on her, was able to get the energy and was in the right state to sit down. Another anecdote that I came across in doing research for this little piece was that Beethoven used to have a cup of coffee ground from 60 coffee beans every morning and woe-betide anyone that put in one more or one less. It was 60 coffee beans on the nose, and that's what set him up for the day and got him into a state to compose and be open to the music that he would ultimately bring to the world. So a handful there of rituals that certain people in the public eye or observed as very accomplished observe. So what can that kind of teach us then? What does Anna Wintour's hair have to do with me getting that job interview, or me securing that date, or me going for that promotion with my boss? If you're putting something off or not taking action towards something that ultimately you know that you want, then I want you to look at creating a ritual that will get you back on your own side and give you back that control, that through the ritual you'll be able to get into the state you need to be, to get energy, take action and work towards what you want, whether that's going for just one run this week or working towards that promotion you've had your eye on since Christmas. What rituals can you bring into your life that you can turn on and activate that put you in that state to receive opportunities, be open and have the energy to go forward and turn down those doubts that are in your mind at the moment? Now, it might be you're thinking, well, I don't really have any rituals. I have a busy life and I'm reactive to things and I just do the best that I can. And that's great. And I think a lot of people would agree with that point of view. However, there are things that you do, perhaps habitually, or that you lean on and reach to in other areas of your life, which could probably be interpreted as a ritual. So for when you have to turn up for someone else and show up and be your best for someone else, you will probably have rituals that you do actually adhere to, whether that's preparing for a party for a friend's special birthday, whether that's making sure that you show up for your boss because you have to make sure they have everything for their meeting, whether that's because you are the boss and you need to make sure that you have everything together so that people can observe you being in control and being commercially focused, there'll be lots of rituals that you will adhere to, even if it's parking in a certain place near a meeting or near the train station. You will have rituals that you adhere to that put you in a good state to feel prepared and feel like you have the right energy to go forward. So how can you reach into those and apply or create rituals that you can follow through on and put in place when you need to create energy or action around your personal life or some goals that ultimately you just aren't tackling right now? How can you do that? Well, I think there's a whole plethora of things you can do, and it might be you can have a bit of fun with that also. So, for example, you want to go for a run, you want to start getting fit. Well, what music is it going to take? How well rested will you need to be? Think about those things that you can do to bring into your routine before you go for that run, so that you're setting up the state for that run to happen. Is it lighting a candle? Is it listening to Beyonce? Is it talking to a friend? Is it planning to have a phone call? Is it putting your to-do list on hold for a minute? Is it turning your phone on? Is it turning your phone off? There'll be a number of things that you can do, small steps that you can activate that will create a ritual which will set you up to be in the state you need to be to ultimately create action for yourself. Now, it might be that there'll be some of you out there thinking, well, hold on a minute, Sheridan. I know when I have to study for my exam that's coming up, or I've got to put off writing a difficult brief, having a difficult conversation, I will hoover the house from top to bottom. I will catch up on all those personal emails that I've been meaning to over the last 6 months. I will go to Waitrose and do the shopping now because it'll close shortly. Oh, and then I might think about going for that run later. And it might be this word, the big P word, procrastination, is how you describe that. But what I'd say is, it's only procrastination if it doesn't serve you. It's only procrastination if it doesn't serve you. So if getting your nails done and wearing your favourite party dress when you sit down to write that presentation or write that blog piece, if those things set you up to be in a state where you feel polished, you feel good on the outside as well as the inside, and your creativity flows, as does your productivity, then that's not procrastination. That's your ritual that you've landed on there. The ritual that puts you in the state to be productive and have the best energy level so that you don't procrastinate, in fact. Rather, you turn on the ritual to get active and get back on your own side, rather than batting for your doubts and batting for delays and putting more delays in your way. So, it's over to you guys. Let me know in the comments below or drop me a message on Facebook about what rituals you're going to try to create and apply and follow through on to create that state where you can really tackle what you need to, whether that's getting fit, writing a book, going for promotion at work, or equally, tell me some of the things that have worked in the past for you that you might borrow from and apply today to try and get the results that you want. For example, using the fitness again, what's worked well in the past that you can apply now to get back on that fitness pony that you so want to? Thanks so much, guys, for dropping by. I hope that's provided some interesting food for thought. And if you are a 60-bean coffee bean lover, then that's absolutely fine too. There are no wrong answers when it comes to creating a ritual that puts you in the best state possible. It's all about you. Thanks so much, guys. Big kiss. See you soon. Bye.